The story opens with a backyard that feels alive the moment you step into it. A modern tropical fence frames the space with clean lines, soft natural tones, and a calm sense of order, turning an ordinary boundary into the first hint of a personal retreat. Morning light touches the surface gently, revealing wood grain, matte finishes, and greenery woven into the scene. The fence does not feel harsh or separate. It feels like part of the garden itself, creating a warm welcome that invites you to stay, breathe, and notice the beauty around you. This is the kind of outdoor design that makes a home feel complete, where function and style work together with ease. If you enjoy garden inspiration like this, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment so you can keep growing your own beautiful outdoor space with garden blooms. This section reveals the quiet power of simplicity, where straight lines and balanced spacing create a fence that feels calm, intentional, and beautifully modern. In a tropical backyard, that clean structure brings contrast to the softness of leaves and planting beds, making the whole space feel organized without losing its natural charm. The fence catches the light in subtle ways, showing off smooth timber, refined edges, and a rhythm that guides the eye across the yard. Nothing feels crowded or over-designed here. Instead, the style breathes, letting the garden remain the star while the fence supports the scene with quiet confidence. It is a design that works especially well for homeowners who want a fresh, uncluttered outdoor look that still feels warm and welcoming. The result is a backyard that feels peaceful from every angle, and one that invites you to imagine slow mornings, fresh air, and easy living outdoors. Wood slats bring a softer heartbeat into the backyard, adding warmth that feels instantly more welcoming than hard, plain boundaries. In a tropical modern setting, the repeating pattern creates a gentle rhythm, while the natural grain gives the fence a lived-in beauty that feels calm, fresh, and deeply connected to the outdoors. As sunlight moves across the surface, the slats create shifting shadows that make the fence feel dynamic and alive. The effect is subtle but rich, with every line and texture working together to make the garden feel layered, relaxed, and thoughtfully designed without ever appearing too formal or rigid. This style is especially lovely when paired with broad leaves, soft grasses, and stone stepping elements, because the warmth of wood balances the lush energy of tropical planting. It turns the backyard into a space that feels both stylish and easy to live in, with a comfort that invites you outdoors again and again. Black metal brings a striking edge to the garden, giving the backyard a crisp outline that feels clean, refined, and confidently modern. In a tropical setting, the dark frame makes every green leaf look brighter, turning simple planting into a dramatic visual moment that feels both stylish and grounded. There is a quiet strength in this kind of fence because it does not try to overwhelm the space. Instead, it defines the garden with elegance, creating a sense of depth and contrast that helps the entire backyard feel more polished and carefully composed. When sunlight glances off the metal surface, the fence takes on a subtle sheen that feels sleek without losing its warmth. Paired with palms, ferns, and textured stone, it creates a modern tropical mood that feels fresh, balanced, and unforgettable from the first glance. Mixed materials create a backyard that feels rich, layered, and thoughtfully curated, where each surface plays a different role in the overall story. The warmth of wood, the strength of metal, and the grounding presence of stone come together to build a fence that feels modern yet deeply connected to nature. Visually, this style adds interest without becoming chaotic, because every material has its own texture and tone. In a tropical garden, that balance is especially beautiful, since the varied surfaces echo the diversity of the plants and help the entire space feel more alive, more dimensional, and more inviting. The result is a fence that feels like architecture and landscape working in harmony, creating a backyard with personality and quiet luxury. It looks polished from far away, but up close it reveals the small details that make outdoor spaces feel memorable, warm, and truly designed with care. Here, the fence stops being only a boundary and becomes part of the garden's living rhythm. Climbing vines, layer shrubs, and tropical leaves soften the structure, creating a scene that feels fresh, breathable, and deeply connected to nature. The beauty of this idea is in the way plant life and architecture support each other. The fence gives shape and definition, while the greenery adds movement, color, and softness, making the whole backyard feel more relaxed, organic, and welcoming. In the warm light of a tropical evening, this design feels especially peaceful, as shadows fall across leaves and the boundary disappears into the landscape. It creates a backyard mood that feels alive, balanced, and comforting, like a private retreat hidden in plain sight. This fence style creates a space that feels private without ever feeling boxed in. The design allows air, light, and garden views to move gently through the yard, giving the backyard a calm openness that feels especially refreshing in a tropical setting. There is a lovely balance here between shelter and freedom, where the fence quietly protects the space while still letting the garden breathe. That balance makes the backyard feel more relaxed and usable, like a place where everyday life can slow down and become more enjoyable. With the right spacing and materials, privacy becomes part of the beauty rather than a compromise. The result is a modern outdoor retreat that feels soft, comfortable, and welcoming, with enough openness to keep the garden connected to the world beyond it. When the sun begins to fade, the fence takes on a new personality, becoming part of the evening atmosphere instead of just a backdrop. Soft lighting along the lines and edges adds a gentle glow, turning the backyard into a place that feels warm, calm, and beautifully inviting after dark. The tropical greenery becomes even more dramatic in this light, with shadows stretching across leaves and texture becoming richer and deeper. The fence no longer feels static. It begins to glow with subtle life, helping the entire garden feel intimate, relaxed, and ready for quiet evening moments outdoors. This kind of lighting transforms a simple boundary into an experience, giving the garden a peaceful sense of luxury without losing its natural comfort. It is a small detail with a big emotional effect, and it makes the backyard feel like a place worth returning to every night. Earth tones give the backyard a grounded beauty that feels warm, calm, and easy to live with. In a tropical modern fence, colors like soft brown, muted charcoal, sandy beige, and deep green blend together naturally, creating a palette that feels balanced and peaceful rather than loud or busy. This harmony matters because it lets the garden breathe while still feeling designed. The fence becomes part of the larger scene, supporting the plants, paving, and outdoor furniture in a way that makes the whole backyard feel unified, inviting, and softly polished. When the color choices are right, even a simple fence can feel special. The look is subtle but memorable, and it gives the space a tropical mood that feels fresh during the day and soothing as the light changes through the evening. A small backyard can feel surprisingly open when the fence is designed with intention. Light-toned materials, slim lines, and a thoughtful layout help the space feel brighter and more spacious, turning a compact garden into a place that feels calm, airy, and full of possibility.
This dynamic says it all. You're the curator and I'm your animal. Like I'm sinking underwater.
In a tropical modern setting, the fence can guide the eye without overwhelming the scene. The right design makes the plants, pathways, and seating areas feel more connected, so the whole backyard appears larger, more balanced, and easier to enjoy every day.
Just for once I wish we'd stop and smell the roses instead of dreaming of things we miss. Elysian fields could be right.
This is where style and practicality work hand in hand, creating a space that feels efficient without losing its charm. Even the smallest outdoor area can feel like a personal retreat when the fence helps frame the garden with softness, rhythm, and visual depth.
These confessions of dejection and despair, when some great rapture is lingering in the air, I feel like jumping.
A modern garden fence can do more than define a property line. It can become the detail that gives the whole backyard its character. When the design is carefully chosen, it draws the eye with confidence, creating a statement that feels stylish, warm, and deeply connected to the tropical mood of the garden.
cunning traps me like a cage. And just for once I wish we'd stop and smell the roses instead of dreaming of things we miss.
What makes this approach so appealing is the way it turns a practical element into something visually memorable. The fence becomes a design feature, sitting beautifully alongside plants, paths, and outdoor seating, while helping the backyard feel complete, polished, and full of personality.
And just for once I wish we'd stop and smell the roses instead of dreaming of things we miss.
In the end, this is where inspiration becomes action, because a simple fence idea can completely change how a garden feels. It can make the space look more inviting, more expressive, and more alive, giving homeowners a reason to look at their backyard in a new and exciting way.
Feel like I'm going over the falls.
As the story comes to a close, the fence stands as more than a boundary. It becomes part of the garden's identity, shaping the mood of the entire backyard. In a tropical modern setting, that final impression feels calm, stylish, and full of life, as if the space is quietly waiting for your personal touch. Every idea in this journey shows that a fence can be beautiful, practical, and deeply expressive at the same time. With the right materials, colors, and planting, even the simplest backyard can transform into a place that feels welcoming, polished, and connected to nature in a meaningful way. Thank you for spending this time with Garden Blooms. And if these modern garden fence ideas inspired you, please subscribe, like, and comment so we can keep growing together. Your next garden project could be the one that truly brings your outdoor space to life.